It's a surprise stream. Well, to a degree. It was kind of intended to be live, but I didn't tweet it out or nothing, cause lazy. Cause lazy. Okay, Russia. Russia. The magnificent one from season 1, where I lost all of my footage, and then the magnificent race as of last season. Can't even remember where I finished last season, but you know. So, we qualified P3. We were very close to Red Bull on the pace. Red Bull, like, if we go to the research and development, like miles in the lead. But we're actually fairly close to them, all things considered, for this weekend. We were like a tenth and a half off in quali. But my new rival is Daniel Ricciardo, who just shits all over me. So, you know, that's a thing. That's a thing. But we won last time out in China, so can we carry on the momentum? That's the question we have to ask. And let's find out in the race.
Welcome one and all to the Russian Grand Prix. We're just a stone's throw from the Georgian border here at Sochi as we get ready to begin the race that served up an absolute cracker back in 2015. A last lap collision between Kimi Raikkonen and Valtteri Bottas sparked controversy in that race, so let's hope the racing is just as tight today.
Interesting note about this Grand Prix is that Kimi Raikkonen will be starting on the soft compound tyre. At least I'm pretty sure he is. I don't know, maybe. I wasn't paying that much attention in Q2. So if our teammate is on the alternate strategy, then I suppose we'll see what do when it comes to later on in the race. But I think, realistically, it's a one-stop because Russia doesn't take anything out your tyres. Like, you could probably fit a set of soft tyres and run all the way to the end. But, you know, pit stops are mandatory. So they're a thing. Hamilton down in 6th. Disappointing from his team. Of course, Daniel Ricciardo in 1st. Verstappen 2nd. Locked out the front row. We are in 3rd. Let's have a little look, just so I can show you guys the differences in time. Like, look at the difference between the top 3. 1.5 tenths covers the top 3, and then Rosberg is like over half a second back from me. Crazy scenes. Gee, what a complex strategy. Yeah, there's what more can you do, you know? Let's just take some fuel out. Let's have like 25.5 lamb. In fact, let's just have 25. We'll save enough. Yeah. Do the old formation lap. I think Kimi's going to be one to watch, unless he massively, like, just massively falls behind in this opening period, you know. I think he'll be the one to watch, because if he doesn't fall massively behind, he's going to be on the super softs at the end, the fresh super softs, charging everyone down. We need to get our season back on... Well, I say back on track. We started that out last time round with a win in China. So we just need to build off of that now. We now, for the most part, come around to the starting line. Sector 3 was the sector where I was losing all of my time over practice and quali. Yet to master it. But you know, we'll see what happens. We could jump both Red Bulls off the line. It'd be an achievement, and I don't think we'll manage it, but you never know. Here we go then. For the Russian Grand Prix. I think I'm gonna have to watch Rosberg into turn 1. I think he's my concern. Really. Field looks mostly done. Few final guys. Alright then. 5 lights. And away we go. Verstappen reacted quickly, but didn't get a good launch. We're going to sit in the slipstream of Ricciardo. This track has a tendency to cause massive crashes at the start. We're side by side. We've taken the lead. Button's out the race, and we've already got a safety car. Oh, we're in the lead. Return to correct position. Oh wait, no. No. Oh, that's annoying. Oh man. Hold up. Let's see if we can find what happens to Jensen Button. There's Alonso. It looks as if there's already been a... Oh dear. I think I found out what happened to Button. Yeah. And then it said to return to correct position because it called the safety car out probably as we were making the move on Ricciardo, and Verstappen snuck past us, the cheeky devil. Wasn't paying close enough attention. I was more thinking about trying to get a replay for Button, and Verstappen snuck past us, so we had the lead for all of 5 seconds. Because we now have lovely safety car simulator. I don't know what it is about the AI on this track, but they are, yeah, they're not good. Hopefully that's going to be fixed for 2017. Especially with the wider cars. Could you imagine if they're worse? It's not like it's the first time the track's been in the game, you know. Who doesn't love a good first lap safety car? Especially around Russia, to the surprise of no one. Wow, Ricciardo coming in. Ricciardo's going to fit soft tyres and run to the end. That would be my assumption. Oh my god, we're going to go side by side with Verstappen. Lol jokes, I'd love to. Oh, debris. You know, as much as I love the safety car being back in the game, the whole driving around for 3 laps behind it is boring. It's definitely the worst part about it. Definitely is. Now, is Verstappen going to pit? That's the question we ask. Because Verstappen now leads. Ricciardo's at the back on softs or mediums. We don't know yet. Now, will Verstappen peel in? The answer is no. So Red Bull splitting the strategy. Going to have Ricciardo pit, go to the back, run to the end, and Verstappen still have 1 stop left. It's beneficial for us. We've saved nearly that one of the laps of fuel we were down already. Fantastic. Safety car better be in this lap, or I'm going to cry. I want to try and get a run on Verstappen if I can. Because I should have had the lead into turn 1. Well, I did have the lead into turn 1. But then, you know, safety car and whatnots. I think if we're able to get ahead of Verstappen, it will be difficult to hold him behind because the Red Bull is that much faster. And now with Ricciardo being out of sync, he's of course going to be a concern for the rest of the race. I think he's probably in a very good position to win the whole thing, bearing in mind that he will be able to pass a lot of cars. But then, you know, the straight line speed isn't their benefit. So we're going to have to see on that one. Well, no, Kimi's in a better position. Because he's there in 5th. Still on the soft tyre. Still with everyone around him. Here we go. Safety car is in this lap. Lovely, 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 lovely. Pop that back into Rich, shall we? Now we try to get the jump on Verstappen. Not too sure when the green flag waves. Come on, Verstappen. Come on. Oh, wow. Green flag racing almost immediately. I'm more under attack than I am on the defense. I've run out wide with Rosberg. I've got a Mercedes down my inside. And I'm... Oh, come on. Yeah, I kind of deserve that. I'll admit it. I'm more on the defence from the Mercedes, with a 10-second time penalty, I'd like to point out, than on the offence. We're back past Hamilton down the inside of turn 1. But we now have a penalty. A 10-second time penalty at that. Oh, it's my first time running the car with race fuel, so this is going to feel a bit disgusting. The car did feel great with low fuel, but you know, should have probably done some heavy fuel runs because it doesn't feel great right now. And Verstappen's just going to disappear. Can't believe how harsh that was on the corner exit. 10 seconds for the exit of the final corner. Verstappen in the 38s. We're in the 40s. There's a comparison of the cars. Also, my lap wasn't great. Long way to go yet on this stint. Long way to go in the Grand Prix. We can easily... we can find 10 seconds from somewhere. It's just where we find it from. Raikkonen and Rosberg appear to be battling, and that's causing them to drop off. I also braked on the curb, and that put me way out of position. So I think Raikkonen is up to P4. Now about finding the rhythm and concentrating, because that's what worked for me in qualifying. I did a couple of laps and it all just strung together. There we go. That strung together quite nicely in the end. So let's try and build on that, shall we? What is the alternate strategy there, Jeff? No, thank you. We'll go as far as we can on the super soft tyre. There's no point in wearing it into the ground, but we might as well push it a little bit. Green flag. Valtteri Bottas is now out of the race. More collisions. Oh no, issue with the car. Might be an engine failure. If it's just more sort of standard engine failure, then yeah, fair enough. It's lap 6 already. Oh yeah, we did do a few laps behind the safety car. That makes sense. I was very confused as to how it was already lap 6.
We should start saving on fuel. Fuel mix one. Mix one.
No, we don't need to go to mix 1. I can save fuel all throughout the last stint. There's no need to be concerned about fuel right now. I've got that chicane a bit wrong. Okay, so we've got 5 seconds to Kimi. So Kimi, we'd call Kimi just about 10 seconds off the lead. Maybe a little bit more. That's what he doesn't need to do. He doesn't just need to drop off. He needs to try and keep pace if he can. I'm thinking the team game here. I then also need to think solo game because I have an extra 10 seconds to make up. Like, I might be building a gap to Hamilton, theoretically. But realistically, I have a 10-second time penalty. So that's something I need to factor in into the finish of this race. Right, we're down 1.2 on fuel. Left it late into there. Oh dear. Yeah, we dropped a lot of time to Verstappen that lap. Welcome, welcome to all those coming in. As the thumbnail suggests, this is round 4 of Season 3, the F1 2016 career mode. I've got that wrong. Well, my PC is screaming. Not literally, obviously, but... we just need to keep building a gap to the cars behind, realistically. That's... my concern is not catching Verstappen, because there's no way I would catch and build 13 seconds to Verstappen. That's just not going to happen. Start saving a little bit of fuel on the end of this stint. It'll be very interesting after the pit stop to see where we come out in relation to Daniel Ricciardo. It's kind of a measuring stick, really, as he was in the lead at the end of lap 1, which is when he pitted for whatever compound of tyre that he went for. Verstappen is now starting to pull away from us. We were pegging him for a little while, keeping him pegged on the distance. But now we're starting to build a bit of a gap, but then we're also building back to Hamilton. But right now, harking back to the Chinese Grand Prix, where we just, we were just in the middle of nowhere for a little while, and we were just lapping as consistently and as quickly as we could. Coming towards the end of lap 9. We've got 4.4 to Hamilton, so we keep building that. That's actually increasing nicely. Verstappen's coming in this lap. I might go a little bit longer. Is Hamilton? No, Hamilton's also not also. No, Hamilton. No, Hamilton is in. So Hamilton will come out in traffic then, surely. Gutierrez up into 3rd. Wow, a lot of cars. No, not as many cars as I thought pit that lap. Okay, so we're going to come in this lap. It's not that I'm going for the overcut, it's just... I don't know. Difficult one to read, Russia, especially these one-stops, because they can be fairly mundane, a little dull, realistically, but... You know, we're doing an extra lap. We'll see where we come out in relation to the guys who pit the time they just went round. Could do more laps realistically, but due to the 10-second penalty, we need to be wary of what sort of time we've got to these guys. So let's bring it in this time around. Didn't really attack the pit lane, but that's fine. I'd rather not get another penalty. As we come in, we're going to fit the soft tyres. There we go. Raikkonen's going to lead. Perez is going to go up into third. That's lovely. Then we've got a big old train of cars. Perez has Verstappen behind him. That's fine. Gutierrez, Nazar, all guys that I expect to see in the pits. Naz was on my outside and we're ahead of Ricciardo. Look at that. Even after doing the extra lap, we're still ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. So his strategy of going to the back has not worked because he had all the extra traffic to go through. And as a result, we are in a net second place of the Russian Grand Prix. We get that all crossed up. Go a bit wide. So all we have to focus on now is keeping our foot down and consistent lap times. Making sure we save enough fuel to go to the end. 0.9 left to go. We'll easily have enough by the end. Hopefully get enough to do some rich mix running as well. Ricciardo fit mediums, sorry. So mediums to the end. That's probably also part of the reason he's only up to 5th, due to the fact he's on that horrendously slow tyre around here. But of course he does have the performance in the car to be able to make up for that. Verstappen does a 38.2. So we're 9.1 behind current leader, which is Kimi Raikkonen. Then we've got Max Verstappen in second, who is your net race leader. Sergio Perez just up ahead of us. We're in fourth. Daniel Ricciardo fifth. And I imagine Lewis Hamilton in sixth would be my solid assumption. 16 laps to go if you include the one we're on. And no stops left. So if you're just joining in, we ran wide, apparently. But we did. That's kind of topical, actually. So, lap 1, classic F1 2016 Russian Grand Prix AI, caused a massive crash as I was diving down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo for the lead. And therefore, it called out the safety car upon Jenson Button's retirement. Told me to return to the correct position, so as I eased off, not only did Ricciardo go through, but Verstappen snuck his way through as well. Meaning I was demoted to third. On the restart, I got myself out of position, trying to attack Verstappen. And then I was defending from the Mercedes, went wide on the exit of turn 1 and got myself a 10-second time penalty. Great stuff. And then we just sort of ran until the pit stops, and we've just done those, so yeet, that's where we are. We've now just got to do some laps, save some fuel, and get points. Good points. Hopefully podium. Podium best case scenario. Or podium ideal. Best case scenario win. You know how it is. .39.0. That's a long way off Verstappen's pace. A long way off it. Verstappen is closing in on Raikkonen at a vast rate of knots. I'm taking a lot of liberties in turn 1. A lot of liberties. We need to get past Perez, hopefully on this next back straight. That would be ideal. If we can pass Perez and be up into third, we've got DRS, we should get him. We should get him. And again, there's quite a distance, and we're not going to close up as much as I think we are. We are gaining, though, or it's going to be late braking. No, I'm not stupid. Oh, well, I am, but, you know. We'll... Gonna have to take a bit of pain in this final sector, unfortunately. Just follow him. Is he coming in this lap? No, he's not. Oh, understeered in the final corner. But we're now in the slipstream. We're going to get DRS again, and we'll breeze past him into turn 1. There we go. Well, Verstappen's already taken the lead. That Red Bull is too fast. Only 6.8 behind Raikkonen. I sincerely apologise for any disgusting driving you may see. Because I am... yeah. Oh no, I haven't got an excuse for it. Sometimes I'm just bad. Fuel like, oh my god, we're gonna get rich in no time. Screwed the chicane. We were on for a PB. We didn't get the line right. We actually lost a boatload of time there. I can dip into the 38s on these tyres. I know I can. Just need to stop making silly little mistakes. I apologise if I go quiet for any extended period of time. It's because I'm activating sweat mode to try and build up this 10-second cushion. I don't think I can to Ricciardo, but I definitely can to Hamilton as I go wide again. At least overdriving the car in Russia is not too much of a big deal because you've got massive runoff areas. That's the one positive I'm taking out of this. I was very cautious into the chicane that time around. Took it far too tight. $39.2, wow. I'm letting myself down in the middle and final sectors. We are starting to close in on Kimi though, so his tyres must be dropping off. Oh my god, Alonso's GP3 engine has been re-upgraded to GP2. Unfortunately, he's probably now very last. That would be my assumption. wonder why Kimi's going to filter out in all of this. If I just take it... Well, I don't know where Rosberg is, really.
Verstappen's in first place.
Because he passed Rosberg prior to the pit stop stages, and Rosberg was on super softs. So Rosberg's going to have pitted again. Just where he is on track. There's Kimi's pit stop.
Is in the pits.
So now I expect him to come out and be relatively quick. We now go back up into our
So
realistic position of second.
2.5 seconds.
I think the Red Bull. Yep, Ricciardo has attacked and successfully passed Perez. Ricciardo's only 4 seconds behind me. But as said, I don't expect to be able to build the gap to Ricciardo. It is definitely about building the gap to either of the Mercedes drivers, if possible. Put myself way out of position for that corner. And Ricciardo is hunting me down. Oh, that's too late. It's a case of overdriving the car, that is. Yeah. It's getting to the point where I'm going to have to start actually, you know, putting in some really decent lap times. Otherwise, I am not going to be... I'm not going to have a good finishing position. It's far too slow into turn one. What the hell was that? We now enter this phase of the stream where I criticise all of my driving. It's great. Man, Ricciardo's closing in. Can he definitely go to the end on those mediums? I'm going to take a wild assumption at yes. But I would hope no. Verstappen is 15 seconds ahead out front. Pushing it into the chicane again. Oh, get it. Overdriving it. Overdriving it. Verstappen, sorry, Ricciardo now. Only 1.8 behind. How's it going, Maria? Oh, clumping the curb. I wonder if Perez is pit. I would take upon assumption that Perez is pit by now. Otherwise, he's going to be losing out. Ricardo's still 2.0 behind, so he's not...
Verstappen has the lead.
Do I love Ariana Grande? Not really my type of thing. I'm gonna be honest, that's not really my my preferred choice of music. Nothing against her or anyone of that particular genre, just not what I enjoy, you know.
Okay, the gap behind is 1.9 seconds.
There we go, we're getting some positives now, so near the end. I can leave it in that I live in a house. That's, you know, that's the level of detail that I can go into. Well, I got that wrong.
The stewards will give you a penalty.
A lot of questions. A lot of questions. I don't really have a favourite NASCAR driver because I've never really followed NASCAR. So I wouldn't say I have like a favourite. I'd say like Juan Pablo Montoya, because I think he did a couple of seasons in NASCAR, but the only reason I know him is because he's like XF1, so you know.
Our gap to first place is 17.8 seconds.
Well, that lap was bad. At the end of this lap, what kind of car do I have? I have a Ferrari, can't you see it? It's on the screen. Ferrari F1 car. Right there. It's the kind of car that I got. Oops. Yeah, I deserve that.
Go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
Turned in when it felt naturally right. Couldn't really back out of that. Right, let's run Rich for a little while. See if I can actually get some speed. Because Ricardo is... he's coming past me. I'm going to let it happen. Really, AI? Really? Wow. I was actually going to let you pass me. And you done messed up the overtake. This is not worth the fight. It really isn't. I've been losing enough time due to my own ineptitude of driving. I'm going to fall back so many positions due to the fact that I now have a 13-second penalty. These soft tyres have not felt great for a little while now. I'm going to let Ricciardo go. There's no point in fighting him. I might be able to get a toe off him. Yeah, look, only 3.5 seconds behind his Hamilton, so that goes to show that they were going to catch me. Well, they were closing in on me. I was only building up time on the super softs. Since we fit these tyres, I have been nowhere in performance. It's a 41-0. Hamilton now only 2.9 behind. I'm going to lose 3 positions due to the penalties. Oh my god, I'm closing in on Ricciardo.
Okay, distance to teammate 7.3 seconds.
Yellow flag. Oh, come on. Kimi's out the race. Boo. He was going to get a semi-decent result. And don't get me wrong, it means I now lose 2 positions due to my penalty, but, you know, that's still... I want the team to succeed. Man, these tyres feel dreadful. That's Hamilton and then Rosberg behind. I don't even know what the size of the gap is between Rosberg and the car behind. I hope to God it's a few seconds. I mean, it looks like it is. I don't know if it is. Verstappen does a 37.9, while I'm busy lapping anywhere between a 39.2 and a 41.0. There we go, a 39.1. There we go. That's more like it. I only had to use Ricciardo to pull me along a little bit. 4 laps left though, including the one we're on. Second stint, not as strong as the first. Same case as China, really. Just hasn't worked out.
Verstappen's out in front.
That was some bad braking on my part. Yeah, Hamilton's closing in on me. Really? Come on.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
I'll run Rich to the end of this lap and then we'll drop it back into standard mix.
Kimi's retiring. His engine has failed. Kimi's engine has failed.
I like the way they tell me again that Kimi's retiring. So I know. It kind of already happened. 3 laps left.
Power from the engine is going to be down slightly. It's showing some.
This happens every race. Oh, by the way, 3 laps to go. Dying stages. Yeah, the power output less than optimal. As we make another mistake. I don't think we're winning the championship. No, it's only round 4. I can't be saying things like that. I'm making so many mistakes. Starting to sweat now. So I don't know what the gap is behind to the other cars. If I drop behind Hamilton and Rosberg, I still hit the team's objective of 5th, which is great. Anything lower than that is nigh on catastrophic. And I don't know the gap between Rosberg and the car behind. So I need a damn good final 2 laps, realistically speaking, because I haven't been having good laps recently. So I apologise if I go quiet, but this is sweat mode right now.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Hamilton, DRS range. I'm going to make him go the long way. There you go, Hamilton. I will still take a sense of pride that I reached the line 3rd. You know, it might not count, but I will take pride in it nonetheless. Right, last lap, Rich Mix, here we go. 40.1 while Verstappen's in the 37s. It's insane speed difference. It really is. Final lap of the Russian Grand Prix.
Verstappen's in 1st place.
We might be running 3rd on the road, but we have 13 seconds of penalties. One from at the end of the 1st lap. Just been in a bit of a scrap with these 2 Mercedes. Got a 10-second penalty for leaving the circuit, and then a 3-second for turning in too soon to this corner coming up right now. And I just kept my foot in it, and I very understandably got a 3-second penalty.
This is your final lap of the race.
I've just been all over the place today. Had great pace on the super softs in the first stint. The second stint, especially the second half of it, on the softs has not been great. Verstappen does the fastest lap on the last lap, because why wouldn't he? Defend from Hamilton into the chicane. We have successfully. Fantastic. We're going to beat him to the line, and we won't beat him in the actual standings. No, we won't, because we're going to retire on the last lap. I was home and dry. I was home and dry. And I go and do something like that. Something so stupid. Look. Look at this. Look at it, right. Beautiful defensive driving against Hamilton. Wasn't going to get a podium, but was going to get 5th. 10 points. And then we go and do something this stupid. Look, look. Turn it in. Oh. That's Hamilton in Baku levels of stupidity.
So another fantastic victory for Red Bull today. I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
And I can see now the drivers are making their way out. We need Red Bull fighting at the front. They do an incredible amount for Formula One. And that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It's a good result for Max Verstappen, who moves further ahead at the
And yes, we would have finished ahead of Esteban Gutierrez had we not ploughed our car into a goddamn wall.
Gutierrez. He showed his innate speed, and it was really one of his best drives of the season.
Haas getting some good points.
Red Bull have extended their lead over the championship. It was
Wow, it's a three-way tie for second. Look at that.
this weekend.
Max Verstappen leads the way.
To move themselves further up the table. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Anthony, it's goodbye.
I just can't. I can't even. That's really frustrating. Like, really frustrating. Okay. You'd have think the team would be mad at me for that, but apparently not. Well, anyway, I could do some R&D on the car, but I want to wait and get 2 upgrades. I'm thinking I'll go engine and downforce, so I need like 2200. So I'm like 800, 900 resource points off. I'm not going to do any R&D on the car. I'm really pissed off that that happened. Really pissed off that that happened, actually. That'd have been 10 points. 10 points. 10 crucial points. But it is the world of Formula 1. It's a bit like me throwing away a certain podium last season in a Haas. So it happens. Thank you all for watching. I should be back tomorrow with another F1 stream. See you all next time.